Previously on Dragon. Oh shit! It looks like we're not doing that video today. Today, we're gonna be doing a Q&A because why not? I want to try this video, so let's see how it goes. All of these comments will be coming from Twitter and YouTube, or maybe just Twitter, I don't know. We'll see. Q&A time. First question. From which Asian country are you from? I'm a hybrid, so my dad comes from Vietnam and my mom comes from Faker, so I'm basically Pho and Faker, which means Korean and Vietnamese, but I don't know, I don't really care. That's why I'm good at League, because I got Faker blood in me. Ever considered finding duo and just finish the series already? You can't do it Challenger. Okay, how did I get into League and who was your first main? My first main was Blitzcrank, because there was some stupid guide on Mobile Fire where it said Pantheon and Blitzcrank bot lane was a super OP thing, so me and my friend did that. And the way we got into League was, we're playing StarCraft 2 and there was this like custom mod of like Dota 2. I don't remember what the game was called, but we just started playing it and it was super simple. It was like, it had recommended items and we're like, oh, that's cool, we don't have to think. Because, you know, in Dota 2, there's all these builds. They didn't used to have recommended items, but on Warcraft 3, it was just complicated. I'm like, this game sucks. But when we played the StarCraft 2 version, we're like, this game's cool and fun. And so then my friend was like, recommended this game because he saw an ad and we just played it. And we're like, okay. So that's what happened there. Do you see yourself getting married? No. If you could be any champion for a day, who would you be? What would you do? Who's a hot chick? Fuck. I don't know, Jan or Lux, and then I'd probably finger blast myself. When are you and Kimmi making it official? No comment. If you're gonna play for the LCS, will you be more of a carry jungler or a supportive jungler? It's whatever the meta needs. I'll be there. Hashtag Metaslave. Were you always a jungle main, and were you a jungle main when you reached Challenger for the first time? Yes, I was. The reason I actually started as a jungle was because I hated PvP. So when I get shit on in like say mid lane and 1v1, I'd be pissed off. I'm like, damn, this is too hard. This game's too hard, right? This is when I'm a noob, so like I didn't like that aspect. But when you're in the jungle, you can like PvE, and like learning the jungle, how champions interact with monsters is like really good. So if I just worked on that mechanic, which is like, you know, playing Warwick, finding his strength, seeing if he's a really good farm champion or if they're just a better ganker, I don't know, that was just like really good for me. It was also static, you know, there's no variables, so I could just work on the static part and then see how I would do, and I could just basically get better at jungling since it was always static. Obviously, ganking is variables, but that's not your whole game. You're just facing monsters half the time. But yeah, I would hate getting shit on, so I never wanted to play solo lane. Why are you so fucking fat and boosted and literally a monkey? I remember last year when you got into promos for Masters 3 times, but couldn't get it. Let's see if you get it this time, and you only got 1 or 2 months. Hard stuck D1 player. Calling me boosted. Hi Pants, would you have any advice for someone looking into starting a League YouTube channel? My advice would be to, honestly, it's just be funny. I think if you're funny and then that shit somehow goes viral, you're good to go. You got that nice funny personality and people like your personality, then people will start watching you. Or just get Challenger and then be a one trick. That's the other way. That's the best way actually. Otherwise no one wants to watch a silver player play in Silver 5, right? Why can't Red get to Masters? If he plays super, like, safe, not safe, but like smart plays, you know, disregard the greedy. If he just one tricks like 2 champions or 3, he's good to go. But he's already doing that. I've already told him to. And I think other people have said that too. Although he shouldn't play Lux. I don't think he should ever play Lux. Professor Akali says, how much would it cost for you to boost someone from Diamond 5 to Challenger? I can't say that word. Theoretically, $5,000. I don't have time for that. No, I don't even have time for $10,000. I don't have time for that shit. Who is your waifu? Red Mercy, of course. I love taking his penis in my bum. What is it like to be more macro-oriented player than a highlight reel player? Obviously, you can't really show macro-oriented that much on YouTube. If you're a highlight reel player and you play like Vayne, Zed, all that stuff, you're gonna look like a god and stuff, right? So people are like, holy shit, this guy is really fucking good. I wish I could be like him, and then yeah, they'll just be like, this guy's so good and stuff. For macro, it's just like, this guy plays Rammus every day. That's boring as fuck. Kinda sucks, but I was also thinking like maybe next season, I'll actually play like super high mechanical champions and just climb with them. I don't know. It seems like on YouTube, people more want to see plays than some guy playing Rammus, which is kind of true. What would you change in LOL to make it better? Just a big fiesta, like having kills being the super priority instead of objectives. For spectating purposes of like LCS and stuff, macro is actually really boring to watch now I think about it. But when, you know, team fights and all that fiesta stuff happen, I think that's really entertaining, and just basically a bunch of skirmishes. That'd be really cool. Have you played any sports in high school? I played football as a D-line. Oh, and I did track and field. Funny enough, I was actually a really fast sprinter. That's what I remember. But for some reason, I wanted to play on D-line because that was a less impactful role, and basically saying like you could fuck up and no one would notice. So that's why I picked it. But if you're playing like quarterback or with people who catch the ball and run down the field, if you don't catch it or you screw up, like it just looks so bad. So I don't want that pressure. That's why I play Jungle. You know, I don't like that pressure. But I was fast as fuck. Hey Pants, when you play your first 10 ranked games in season 1, which division were you and how high did you get? I got gold, and I was playing Ashe, and I got carried by a Nidalee support, and I was super confused, and I thought everyone in gold was super good because that Nidalee carried me, and I was like, gold's really good. I don't think I belong here. Yeah, that's a fun story actually. Now look where I am. Some garbage ass challenger. You used to love sucking dick at this game. What happened? I don't know. I just got good. I don't know. How the fuck am I supposed to answer that? Why wouldn't you buy a Rammus skin? Because, because skins in these games, I ignore it. Like, my brain literally filters it and just says, what does that champion do? There's some skins in the games where I'm just like, what the fuck is that? Like, Syndra. I think I remember playing on the PB. I don't know if they fixed it, but Star Guardian Syndra, her Qs had happy faces on those spheres, and they were pissing me off because they were just super distracting to me. I don't know why, but I would look at them like, what the hell is that? And then I get Q'd by Syndra, and I'm like, wow, that hurt me. Those stupid happy face spheres. My brain literally just filters skins because it doesn't really give a shit about them, because it's more concentrated on the gameplay, I guess. What made you decide to change the format of the rank 1 series? Because I want to put more games in so that I could, you know, more of the grind, get a higher rank. I want to concentrate more on the games rather than, you know, the video. Obviously that is a better video because it gives you more in-depth stuff and all that. But I do think this way is way better because I've gotten rank 11, like top 50 again. I've gotten like super high ranks, and I've never done this before in any other season but this season. So, but I would say putting in more games was definitely worth it because I got actually a very high rank because I was super committed instead of concentrating on videos more. Although from a business perspective that can be seen as bad, but you gotta do what you gotta do for a rank. Would you consider yourself one of the best junglers out there, NA, or is the currently meta helping you out there? Very good question. I have to say though, no, because Shrimp, all those Korean LCS junglers are pretty good. I'm alright. And then there's other junglers who are better at Lee Sin and Elise. So I would say tanks are definitely my favorable meta. Why did you stop playing Soraki? Inspired me to play, and I got Silver 5 to Plat 5 with it. Because everyone Challenger started building Executioner's Calling. I was like, this is stupid. Also, she was way more broken back then, I'm pretty sure. You're probably going to go to Scouting Ground. Tank meta is good for you, but once meta shifts, do you think you'll be able to do alright in a pro environment like your Elisa's claim? But what happens when you need to pick up Lee in Italy, etc.? Well, the simple answer to that is I gotta learn those champions, but I'm gonna have to learn those champions to a very hard extent, which means like 50, 100 games on a Smurf, and then eventually I'll figure out how to play them and all their little niches. So it's gonna take a while to play them, or learn them, but then I just need to put a lot of effort to learn those champions. What did you learn in this journey to rank 1? Did your playstyle improve any significant change in mentality macro? Yes, mentality has changed a lot. I'm more toxin. I care more about the game, so if someone makes a mistake, I get pissed, stuff like that. Macro, I've definitely learned a lot. I think I know how the game should be played, and yeah, it's definitely a lot. It's definitely been interesting, but it's also very stressful at some times. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Master, you're gonna help me. Oh, fine. Pants, why did you stop playing on your main? You were scared because of what happened the other 2 times you reached rank 11? I'd say that's half true. Slow climb. You want me to just lose all those games in an hour? It's honestly all about mentality. Like, solo queue is a mentality thing. Like, it just helps you train your mentality to be consistent and not tilt. Like, that's all it is. Hi Pants, this is a question I think a lot of people have, and we would like an honest answer. Are you homosexual? Fuck no. When did you get passionate to put yourself to climb to rank 1 and do YouTube? When I saw a player who was like around my LP get rank 1 the next season, and I was like, oh, I want to try doing that, because I've never actually like super try-harded in a season. I've always just played the game and kind of had fun, like yay and stuff like that. So I just like said like, all right, let's try and like go super try-hard mode and try and get rank 1. I've gotten pretty close, but apparently that's not good enough. So ultimately, there's always going to be that goal, but it's super hard because you need to know the game inside out and like basically, I don't know. I feel like I can do it. I just have to be super consistent and have really good luck, I think, but I'm not too sure. Well, we have to see. What's you and Red Mercy's favorite sex position? The one where he grabs my dick and puts it in my own ass. How many women have restraining orders against you? 0. My friend had one off his ex. Are you Asian? No, I'm white. Actually, yeah, I'm basically a white guy in Asian body, because I act really very white in my opinion. Alright, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, this is my first time doing it. There were a lot of questions I didn't really expect, and you know, some generic ones, but I tried to pick some special ones just to make this video intriguing. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is my first one, so I just want to say it may have some improvements, but if you guys did enjoy it, then leave a like. If you didn't, you know, you can subscribe. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace, peace.